Man, it has been a long day at North Wilkesboro Speedway. Triple header Wednesday. 2 divisions for the Cars Series, Cars Tour Series, as well as the ASA National Tour with the pavement super late models. And what we saw here today was the veterans were on top of their game over these young kids.
Yeah, the young kids took to school today. I mean, in all the races really. It's the Pro Late Model, Cars Tour Late Model, and even this ASA Tour race that just concluded a few moments ago. Bubba Pollard really showed them and them Cup guys how it was done.
Absolutely. Julian Austin from Deez Lugnutz Podcast. He looks a little tired. He's been in the media center watching all the races, and hopefully he's not going to fall asleep on his way home.
Oh, absolutely not. Absolutely not. We're all jacked up on, let's see, media center coffee, soda. I'm not going to disclose how many muffins I consumed in there. And also, fun fact, I ran into the barbecue guy. They were giving away some barbecue because they couldn't take it home. So they must know who their clientele is.
I paid like $14 for, smoked brisket today. Anyway, the guy that's got the championship belt from the last race of the night, Bubba Pollard from Genoa, Georgia. The dude has won just about everything in super late model racing. And I know you've followed him for a long time. What's your thoughts on seeing Bubba Pollard get hoisted up there into victory lane here at Wilkesboro?
Oh, it's great. We chatted with him briefly. I mean, you could tell the excitement that was flowing from his pores from winning, because this isn't just another super race. This is North Wilkesboro. The history here is flowing from the time you walk into the gate to the time you walk out of the gate. And it's a big deal for super late model racing to come on this grand stage, shown on Flow Racing, Racing America, whomever's showing it. Flow tonight, Racing America normally, but you get my point. Big night for the ASA Super Series, and a lot of momentum heading into Hickory next week, which BP is going to be a contender there as well.
Yeah, definitely. Star-studded field for the Tar Heel 250 next Thursday, May 25th at Hickory Motor Speedway. But Bubba is kind of getting sentimental in his old age, right? Bubba used to be on the short track draft on Speed 51, and now he's one of the kings, one of the veterans, if you will, of super late model racing. And this one was special today. He had to miss his daughter's graduation from kindergarten to remain here to run this ASA National Tour race at Wilkesboro, and that just shows you how important Wilkesboro was. He said he had it circled on his calendar. It was the one that he wanted to win. And remember, he's won some big races. The Oxford 250, maybe the All-American 400, so many others. So this one goes up there on the mantle, and he's got the couple different trophies, including the heavyweight title belt for the winner of this ECMD 150. But let's talk about the Cars Tour Late Model Stock Car, the middle race here today at North Wilkesboro Speedway. Everybody knew that Carson Quapple was going for 4 in a row, didn't get it done. Nope. What do you think about who went to victory lane up there?
Well, Brennan Butterbean Queen, anybody that knows him, he's full of excitement.
Just a little.
Just a little bit. He's really hard to get an interview out. and sarcastically we say that, of course, but Brennan Queen brings a level of excitement that isn't seen too often, especially every time he wins. Every time he wins, he treats it like a big deal. But this win at North Wilkesboro, he dreamed about it as a kid. I mean, you don't get no more surreal than that. And plus, this was a typical Brennan Queen race. Save your tires, conserve at the end, and then when those doors opened up, he was gone. 4.6 second margin of victory here at Wilkesboro tonight for Butterbean.
But here's the problem. We know the team is going to party. He is a fun guy to hang around, but their tradition is to go to Waffle House. And I just looked it up. There's no Waffle House here in Wilkesboro. He's going to have to go down the road about 25, 30 miles.
He's going to have to go to Jonesville.
That's right.
He's going to have to go to Jonesville, and that's right where I'm staying tonight. So we're partying at Waffle House tonight. Smothered and covered, baby. Let's go.
And listen, I love the fact that we talk about all these veterans. And, Butterbean's really not a veteran, but he's not one of these, as he noted in the press conference, he's not one of these 15-year-old kids coming into the late model stock car world of the Cars Tour. And then if you look at the Pro Late Model race for the Cars Tour, another veteran and winner in super late model racing, 2-time Snowball Derby winner, Augie Grill, gets it done. I think surprised everybody here today at Wilkesboro.
It surprised a lot of people in the media center. I know from the fact that he put out that incredible qualifying lap to holding these young kids off. I think it even surprised him just a little bit, not to knock his ability to drive a race car. We all know how good he is. But I think he was taken aback by that, and man, that number 43, there's something about that 43 in victory lane, right?
Yeah, especially here at Wilkesboro.
Oh, absolutely here at Wilkesboro. So, but yeah, he drove an incredible race, typical Augie Grill type race, just let the guys behind them race, and there was some bumping and banging, a little bit of crashing, typical pro late model race, which by the way, the pro late models never disappoints. I mean, they're always a spectacular race, and tonight was no different.
Yeah, me and you disagree on that a little bit. But
that's okay.
I'm a super guy.
We don't have to agree on everything.
Hey, give you a little bit of nugget on what I think put Augie Grill into victory lane, and that's his experience at Five Flags Speedway and Montgomery Motor Speedway in Alabama. Worn out surfaces. In fact, this configuration here at Wilkesboro reminds me a little bit of Montgomery, and the pavement reminds me of Pensacola with Five Flags Speedway. And I talked to Augie about that, and he said, man, he goes, I knew how to save my stuff. He was half throttle from the beginning of the race. And there's a lot of guys here in the pit area in all three divisions that were just mashing it to the floor in the middle of the straightaway and just burning up those tires. Corey Hine went by at one point. Augie Grill got him back. Augie Grill is one of the masters of saving tires and making it to the end, and you gotta love what we saw here today. But we're just right in the middle of North Carolina Speed Week, of course. The All-Star Race, the truck race, Saturday and Sunday here, the NASCAR All-Star Pit Crew Contest on Friday, and then next week, man, we got it cooking in the state of North Carolina. Millbridge Speedway on Tuesday and Wednesday. Thursday, the Tar Heel 250 for the ASA National Tour at Hickory Motor Speedway. Street stocks at Tri-County on Friday. The Cars Tour on Saturday. $30,000 to win at Tri-County. And then just above the border, the Smart Modified Series powered by Pace-O-Matic on Friday night at Franklin County Speedway. So if you want some open wheel action like a lot of us love, you can go up there as well. But North Carolina filled with racing for one more week.
Lots of racing, and it's a shame we can't be at all those places at once.
I'll be at almost all.
Franklin County, and that street stock race is running simultaneously.
Which one are you going to?
So I'll be at the street stock race, but my other lug nut will be at Callaway. So we're going to be represented in two different areas for the first time ever in the history of our podcast. So that's pretty cool.
Hey, check out Deez Lugnutz Podcast and make sure you keep on living the short track life.